Thank you so much for doing this interview here at the CBC building. The last time I saw you was at a certain red carpet, a certain award show. You were wearing this gorgeous dress. We had this great conversation with you and the writers and everybody. And then later on, I saw you again, too, because you guys had won some stuff. Something?
I don't really remember. Yeah, that was a wild night.
That was a great night.
I will never.
And, of course, what did you win?
I won Best Actress in a Drama. But we also won Best Drama Series, which was really, really cool.
What was that like for you to win at such a prestigious award show like this?
It was insane. I mean, I'm so young. And to win that award in front of people that I admire so much and then to be able to talk to them afterwards. I mean, to meet people in your line of work and just get, like, such admiration in one room is so lovely. I'll never forget it. It was insane.
It was. And, of course, we're going on season 3 now.
We are.
Congratulations. How do you feel season 3 on this series, knowing that this series has done so well, it's connected with so many people, it's telling a Canadian story from back in the day, but bringing in today's topics. I mean, how does it feel being part of this kind of ensemble? She's speechless.
I'm speechless. It's really crazy. I never thought I would be here.
When you found out that you were going to be part of this, I mean, what were your thoughts?
I was just kind of mind blown. I didn't expect, like, 2 years ago, I'd never thought I would be sitting here talking to you with Amybeth. And I'm just so happy.
Well, look, we got to talk about your character. How's this all working? What is your character about, and how is she filtering into this amazing story?
I play Kiawenti, and she is a Mi'kmaq girl. She befriends Anne because they are so alike, and
You teach me a lot.
I teach her, and she teaches me, and anything else? I don't know.
You know what I love though, because before we put the cameras on, you guys were like, you know, kind of joking, and you guys are buddies, like even off camera.
Yes.
No, I hate her. We don't, no. Terrible relationship. Awful to work with.
What was it like when you first met her?
It was so nice. I was so nervous because I always get really excited when we introduce new characters into the show, and it's like incorporating new people into our family, which is really lovely. And I was really nervous. Obviously, you're like, oh, I hope they're nice. And obviously, like, I knew you were younger than me. And so I kind of had this thing of thinking of myself when I first started Anne, and kind of thinking where your mindset would be. And then she was literally the sweetest person ever, and doing scenes with her is so much fun. And we're like running down this slope in the snow, and we're like trying not to fall, and it's freezing cold, and we're trying not to fall in the water.
Yeah.
That was intense.
That was tough. I fell a lot.
Yep.
I did fall a lot. Banana skins as shoes.
What were you thinking too? I mean, you know, you're meeting the star of the series. You know, she's an award winner. So you're getting a chance to be there. What were your first thoughts when you saw her?
Oh my God, that's her. It was more, oh my God, that's them, because they were like
We
talking.
were all in a group together.
Yeah. And then I slowly went up to you, and I was just kind of like,
Oh, you were so
Hello.
sweet. And you had the best fashion sense. I was immediately like, oh, okay, she's cool. She's
I love
really
that.
cool. And yeah.
How do you think you are now, as we're going to get a chance to see the series, how are you making your character your own? Because as much as she's already said as somebody, we already know that no matter who we play, we still put in a little bit of our own personality to really bring it to life. How are you doing that with your character?
oh, I'm not sure, because this is my very first acting job or gig or.
Congratulations!
Thanks.
What a way to start from the top!
And so I didn't really know much or anything about it, really. So I just really enjoyed every time that I was at work. And sometimes it didn't even feel like acting. It just felt like a conversation.
Yeah.
But you realize, though, that now being on a series like this, role model, you're going to be a role model for so many fans. Are you ready for that?
I'm not. can't.
I'm throwing so much at her on this one. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're going to walk the red carpets. You're doing everything. That's what this series is about. It's not just about great stories, but seeing great actresses come to life from Canada and being able to do so many things. And now you're part of this world.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is adorable. And to make her a little bit more comfortable, what was it like for you your first time when, getting into acting and even being part of this series?
Terrifying. Awful. Horrific. I was so scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't fully know what I'm doing. You never stop being uncomfortable. You never stop being nervous. You never stop questioning if you're doing the right thing. And that's okay. And I think you slowly become to realize that nerves are good and being unsure is normal.
Oh my God, that sounds like your character as we're speaking right now when you think about it.
Funny that. We're just so similar.
It is. But here, one of the things I want to get into too is the fact that this is such a beloved story. But the thing is, it's amazing how the writers have been able to bring today's stories into something from the past. What is it like having to act out this kind of a mesh together?
It's kind of interesting because you think about it and you think that you're merging two different worlds together, and in one way you are. But at the same time, the issues that we face today are unfortunately scarily similar to back then, and not a lot has changed. And that makes it easier in one way just to portray a story that people relate to immediately, and, they instantly see what's happening in today's world. And it's a shame, but it's right that we tell it, and the writers tell it so well, which is incredible. Which
is the other part, too, because stories are going on today, but we're seeing it through the eyes of a 16-year-old.
Precisely, yeah. And it's really interesting to see it from the eyes of someone who is so innocent, but yet Anne has seen so much, and she has been through so much, and I think especially this season, we see how empowered she is. Let's get into that. So without giving too much away, what are we going to be seeing? And again, how is this friendship going to blossom throughout the season? There's a lot that happens this season. I know Delmar explained it as someone just turned up the dial on drama and emotion, and he's so right, because it's just elevated. And everything that we talk about, we're talking about are really, really important issues, and very intense issues, and it's not perfect, and it's not all lovely, because it's real. Our relationship is so lovely, and I love our characters, growing and learning so much from one another. I love our storyline. I think it's so sweet, and again, it's not perfect. And that's what's real about it, which I think is so great. Any chance, and I've asked this before, but when are we going to see a movie version of this? It's got to happen. We just came out with the third season. Slow down.
I'm not slowing down. The fact that, look, you're award winners. We deserve a movie. Can we start talking movie here, please? Even animation, something, let's really build this thing up.
I think we should get a movie of, her storyline fully.
That would be cool. What do you think? Movie on your life?
Why not?
Before we wrap this up, I'm going to ask both of you, what do you hope fans are going to get from this season? I'm going to let you start first.
Maybe you should go first.
I think I'm hoping they get some satisfaction out of some of the stuff that obviously they're expecting or wanting, but shocked. I think they're going to be shocked. When I read the script, I didn't expect half the stuff that came up. And they're really important issues, and I hope it starts a conversation, too.
Okay, your turn.
I hope that they learn. I think I really want them to learn everything that happened, the trueness of the story and the history, and I'm just really excited for everybody to see it.
Cannot wait. Ladies, congratulations. Thank you so much for this interview. Looking forward to season 3, and I cannot wait to see the both of you on a red carpet. This is going to be so much fun. Ladies, congratulations.
Thank you.
First, congratulations, not just because of season 3, but of course the last time I saw you was at a certain award show. You guys picked up 2 important awards for this show.
We did. Best Drama Series, Best Actress.
There you go.
We also won Best Supporting Actress,
Oh, I
Best
didn't realize that.
Supporting Actor. We were nominated for 15 CSAs this year, and I think we won many.
You know what's great? When you actually have to sit there and figure out, okay, we were nominated for, this dozen, and we won this. I can't remember what else. That has to be very cool to be able to say that.
It's pretty cool. That is cool.
When you decided to take on this series, knowing that there have been other adaptations of this, people knowing the book and all that stuff, what made you decide?
I have to ignore all that.
And I think that's amazing because I love the fact that somehow that you've been able to mesh back in the day, truly back in the day, to what is happening today. This is a very cool. What was your thought process in merging that together?
Well, when I went back and reread the book and knew that whatever version of Anne of Green Gables I was going to do was going to have to be my version, and distinctly. And for me, I'm always very interested in psychological drama. I'm interested in the darker side of things. I like to delve deep into characters. And when I reread the book, not only did I become fascinated by, what actually made Anne who she was in those troubled times, in those turbulent years as an orphan, but I realized that so many of the issues that I'm interested in exploring, contemporary issues, were timeless issues because, unfortunately, even back in the Victorian era, they were still talking about those things that we are still talking about today. So it seemed like a perfect opportunity to, be part of relevant current conversation, relevant current issues that we are still embroiled in a century later. Topics of, racism and gender parity and equality and discrimination and prejudice against those who come from away, still talking about it. So I couldn't resist.
Was there, all important and still conversational topics, but was there one in particular you were just like, I cannot wait to get my writing down and get this story out there? I want to really tackle this particular topic.
I really wanted to tackle the wounded child in Anne. And that was really exciting to me, to delve in and have a take on her that wasn't really captured before. That's all there in the books, but examine what shaped her and therefore what her needs and wants were and why they were so great and why she had such a thirst to be loved, a hunger for family, and a longing to belong.
Was there ever a worry because you were going after this on a different scale, alienating fans of the original story? Was there any thought about that?
I had no participation in angst about that because that's some other story, that's some other version. This is a very pure version I'm channeling, that's coming from me. And whenever you make a piece of art, being a painting or a song, you put it out there for people to look at or listen to and participate with however they're going to, and you can't control that. It's the beholder's share. So people are going to love my show, my offering, or they're not, and if they don't have to watch it.
Well, what's been the most satisfying for you being able to watch and seeing that fans are watching and they are gravitating to this? What's been the most satisfying for you?
It's really satisfying to me when I hear, and social media is kind of like one of the best things about social media, because there's lots to not like about social media, but one of the best things is that you do get to interact with people if you choose to. And I get a lot of comments from young people and, multi-generations actually, who had an opportunity to expand their thinking because of some of our storylines. And when I hear from an LGBTQ person who's like, I've never been able to come out to my family safely, and because of your show, because we're watching it together, I've been able to enter into a conversation, and I get comments from young girls just saying, like, I know what it is to be a friend now. You know, I know how to offer kindness in a way I didn't before. That kind of impact is so meaningful. It's incredibly fulfilling.
We have a new character in this year.
We do.
Can you introduce, please?
Yes, I have a new character named Kiawenti, and she's from the Mi'kmaq people, and she's played by Kiawenti Tarbell, and I searched across Canada to find her.
I love this because I had a chance to speak with her. This is her first acting role.
She was 12, and this was her first acting role, and I don't know why I was so blessed that she got brave and decided to audition, but she has remained fearless this entire time. She's a natural thespian, and she's amazing on the show.
Oh, she was hilarious in the conference. The two of them are like frickin' frack together. What is her character gonna be? How is it gonna inspire the stories even more? How is she part of this?
She's a big part. She has a big season arc because there's a big story to be told about First Nations in Canada as well as on Prince Edward Island. And I am ruthlessly and fearlessly and accurately telling that story. And when I introduce her in the first episode, she and Anne immediately spark to each other and are immediately kindred, and that friendship launches them into the season together.
And I can vouch for what I just saw just a couple of minutes ago. That friendship seems to be off camera too, so you know they're both going to shine together. What do you hope with this new season fans are going to get this time around?
What do I hope that fans are going to get this season? I mean, I hope that they continue to feel inspired. I hope that they continue to connect to we're tackling some really important, brave topics this season. It's a super emotional season, so I hope they feel inspired by all that, and I hope they have fun, because there's a lot of fun and teenage stuff because the kids are growing and there's nothing I can do about that, and so I have to write to it. And, of course, all the feels. So I think there's kind of a lot to look forward to.
Congratulations, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again back on the red carpet, because I know you guys are going to be back there. Congratulations, and amazing show. Congrats.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure. Thank you.